Alright guys, it's your boy Nixtape Banks coming back at it again with another video. This week we're talking about Mike Miller and why he may or may not deserve a shot as the full-time head coach of the New York Knicks. Make sure you guys take a second to like, comment, and subscribe. Bless up. Now we all know that the Knicks are looking for a new head coach. We know that they're looking for a leader, someone who can take those guys and make them achieve everything that they thought they could and do more. Now, Mike Miller may find himself in that category of real leaders. He has that potential. We look at what he did this season. He got players to buy in mid-season. Plus or minus, he got them to jump from minus 10.8 to minus 4.3. Assists per game, he got that up. He got that up from 19.8 to 23.2. Moving that ball. They went from getting blown out every night to being competitive most nights. He got them down to 14 turnovers a game. He got those rebounds, got him up to 47.7 rebounds per game. Got those fouls down, got them playing more disciplined defense. Got him down to 21.4 fouls per game as opposed to what they were doing before, 23.8. He improved the offense, not just the defense. He got them up almost 5 attempts more a game. Almost 91 field goal attempts a game. Points per game, he got him up 108.5 points per game. Fizz had them 100.5 points per game. He had them competing. He had our guys playing hard. Now, it didn't always seem that way. When you look at those box scores, you know, the Knicks kind of lacked talent. So sometimes they were hard to watch. But they were playing hard, particularly on the road. The Knicks, under Mike Miller, won more road games than they did home games. You look at what they did with Fizz. They had a 1-9 record. They destroyed that with Miller. Miller had them going into other teams' arena with a chip on their shoulder. You think at home we're going to play well? It doesn't compare to how we're going to play in your arena. How hard we're going to go in your arena. That's tough. That's tough. He pushed games into OT on the road pretty often. They're scrapping. They don't have the talent, but they have the effort. And he's getting them to play with that effort. He had them playing harder and cleaner on back-to-backs. They got less turnovers, more ball movement. They were pushing games into overtime. Now, he didn't make the huge changes that we wanted to see. Veterans continue to play unwarranted minutes. The young guys that we wanted to see play didn't get minutes. But there's an asterisk next to that. We know that there's a lot of allegations that the front office was putting down a lot of directions towards him, telling them who they wanted to see, who they didn't really want to see. So we know that Perry has a history of being partial to vets. If you look at his signings when he was on the Kings, he signed a lot of guys that were older despite the Kings being a rebuilding team and really needing to focus on putting that cast around their young guys as they were building up. Despite that one mark against him, he made continuous improvements. Every month since he took over that team, he brought the team's effective field goal percentage up. After the initial month, he increased month over month the free throw attempt rate. That means he increased the efficiency and effectiveness month over month. Had them drawing fouls, had them drawing free throws month over month at a higher rate. Despite shooting less threes, he increased the pace, he increased the effective field goal percentage, the true shooting percentage. He took the ball out of Randall's hands. Randall's playing point forward under David Fizdale, which he failed at. But he made Randall much more efficient taking that ball out of Randall's hands, getting Randall to go downhill. That helped the team. And while Randall still wasn't necessarily the player that we might have hoped him to be, he was much more efficient. Now that goes to show how he's capable of reaching the young guys. Randall's still young. He's a vet, but he's still young. You look at his resume. In the G League, he was the coach of the year in 2017 to 2018 season. He's known for developing guys. He's known for working hard and helping guys get to those positions. Now, it's a question of whether or not he will be mandated to, if they'll allow him to. Now, we also can look at the fact that he plays to the team's advantages. He looks at his roster and he says, okay, I see what I have to work with. What can I do to optimize this? So the Knicks under Mike Miller were second in the league as far as points in the paint per game. That's huge. That shows his versatility. The roster currently had a lot of big players, some good one-on-one defenders. They had a terrible defense, so he implemented switch less, fight over screens more. That was his defense, more or less. They shot up in defensive capability. Now, we look at the young guys. Barrett scored both of his career high games under Miller. Mitch, now a lot of people, that's where they really put the asterisk on him. Now with Mitch, why wasn't Mitch a starter? We heard Miller say that he wanted Mitch to get more minutes. Mitch felt comfortable coming off the bench, getting to see the game. He felt that was better for Mitch's game. Now, as much as I wanted to see Mitch start, under Miller, Mitch decreased his fouls per game, increased his field goal percentage to all-time historic NBA all-time field goal percentages. He got those points up. He got Mitch looking like a stud. He got Frank to be aggressive. He got Frank driving into the defense. It took time, but he got Frank there. Maybe Frank can keep stepping up. He got Frank and Mitch doing that high pick and roll, the high screen, and really attacking the paint. That's what we want to see. We want to see young guys meshing well together, being aggressive, putting pressure on them. Miller brings consistency. That's something the Knicks have lacked. They lack that consistency. And we've seen Miller, he got brought on board as the head coach of the G League team because Phil Jackson knew that he wanted to implement the triangle, and he knew that Miller was capable implementing the triangle. And that's rare in today's coaches. A lot of guys don't want to take that time to think about it. But Miller is such a knowledgeable coach, and he's adaptable. So he's able to deal with whatever's thrown at him. Miller has proven that he can really get these young guys to play hard for him. He's proven that he's able to adapt and get these guys to that level where they can play towards their strengths, do what they feel confident in. We know that he has a good relationship with Mitch. During the Summer League last year, Miller, as the assistant coach, had stated that Mitch was really working on his jump shot, and he had a pretty good jump shot, and that Mitch was ready to take that to that next level. Now, they didn't end up going that way. He didn't really shoot. I don't think he shot any jump shots, really. But he got Mitch all-time historic numbers. Mitch looks like a beast. And under Miller, who knows what Mitch might be capable of. Guys, comment below. Let me know what you think of Mike Miller. Let me know who you want to see as the next Knicks coach, because it looks like towards the end of this month, we might find out who our guy will be long term. Peace.